If you listen to someone talking for 15 or 20 minutes straight, and then you want to report to someone else what you had heard so that they note it down, how identical would these notes be compared to the original message? Well, obviously similar, but certainly not identical, with many differences due to memory retention, paraphrasing, summarizing, and many other elements that would lead to the report being 50 to 70% similar to the original message. Now, with this in mind, and knowing that before the Prophet, peace be upon him, reported the revelation to the Sahaba, he received it from Jibril first. Not only that, there are so many ayat with different qira'at, different division, different tajweed rules, interpretation, and so many other elements that have to be taken into consideration. Added to that, the fact that in certain cases, full lengthy surahs, like Surah Al-An'am for example, was revealed in one go in full. Now, if you want to recite Surah Al-An'am, it takes about 1.5 hours. How can this really work? And how was it reported exactly as it was revealed? Well, first of all, it is important to know that Wahi isn't like any other way of communication that we know of. It is part of the unseen, ghaib. And so, we know about it as much as the Prophet, peace be upon him, had told us. He described it as the ringing of a bell, and the Sahaba also described it as the humming of bees. So, it isn't, in most cases at least, like a normal conversation between two people. It is different. Still, the Prophet, peace be upon him, did tell us how it happened to get the idea. Jibril, عليه السلام, would read, and the Prophet, peace be upon him, listens. Then the Prophet would recite, and Jibril confirms. So basically, the Prophet follows what he had heard and repeats it to Jibril, leaving no chance for self-input or paraphrasing. And this is actually where the word yatlu comes from, and why it is used to refer to the reading of the Quran in Arabic. The literal meaning of yatlu is following in the footsteps, but it is used with the recitation of the Quran because the Prophet, peace be upon him, learned it by following Jibril and learning it from him. And that is basically how everyone learned the Quran, by following in the footsteps of someone else who had learned it by following someone before him. So, yatlu is actually to follow and repeat. Afterward, and as the Prophet, peace be upon him, explained in an authentic hadith, once he was done, he would actually understand everything that had been revealed to him. It's like it has been added to his knowledge and was enabled to memorize it exactly as it should, which is further explained in this ayah. نزل به الروح الأمين على قلبك لتكون من المنذرين. So it is a revelation to the heart of the Prophet, enabling him not only to just listen to the words, but to really know and understand everything Allah allows him to know about this revelation. That's how the Prophet, peace be upon him, knew the exact interpretation and the meaning of ayat once they were revealed to him. And so, this was done to every word in the Quran, in every variation, every qira'ah, and every letter, till the entire Quran was collected in the heart of the Prophet, as Allah tells us in this ayah. Indeed, upon us is its collection in your heart and to make possible its recitation. That's also how he knew the exact place of every ayah. When a single ayah or a group of ayat were revealed to him, he would tell the Sahaba, put this ayah in the surah where this and this is mentioned, and tells them its exact position, because it was collected in his heart, and he knew exactly where every word should be. And so it doesn't really matter if it was a short or a lengthy surah that had been revealed. As soon as the Prophet, peace upon him, had learned it in full from Jibril, he would then gather the writers of Wahi and then asks them to write what had been revealed to him. And not just that, he would ask them to repeat what they wrote to correct and confirm, again through the concept of tilawah. And then when the Prophet, peace be upon him, would lead them in prayer, he would recite it exactly as they had learned it from him, every possibility in which it was revealed. But as an even more amazing sign of accuracy in receiving and delivering the message is the existence of very similar or identical ayat, as if saying that despite such similarities and small differences in many surahs and ayat, every ayat is still delivered with the smallest nuances in its exact place where it is supposed to be. Here, for example, it is the same ayah with one word in a different position. They are in two different surahs. And here is a difference of a single letter, also in two different surahs. And the same here. Naturally, these differences are not random and they have functions. But the fact that Allah chose similar or identical wording to tell us this ayah must have wisdom behind it. Still, and despite these similarities, there was never any mixing up when the Prophet, peace be upon him, received or delivered the message, confirming that he wasn't just saying anything or something with an approximate meaning or paraphrasing, but rather delivering the message to the dot. This is also one of the wisdoms behind some minute differences that exist in the Quran, like how the name Ibrahim is pronounced differently in specific surahs, only in specific positions, only 33 mentions out of 69 in total, which happens in specific surahs and in a specific qira'ah as well, the qira'ah of Ibn Amir. So it is not a matter of monotony or just saying something. It is that every single word, every letter, and every sound was meant to be exactly like this with these incredible minute details, showing that delivering the message was really executed to an incredible standard, and that Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, had no input in it whatsoever. وَمَا يَنطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ عَلَّمَهُ شَدِيدُ الْقُوَىٰ. Thanks for watching. If you want to start learning the tajweed, then start with this playlist. And also, don't forget to check my latest book about tajweed and download the companion app. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.